Hello. Hello, my darlings. How are you? And welcome to the House of Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. And I've added somebody to the board. I just want you to know that. It is Dr. Turtleboy. He is the topic today. And I've got something reverbing back here, and let me fix that. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in. This is impromptu. And after today, and first of all, thank you to each and every one of you. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd. Whoa, where has it gone? July 2nd of 2025, and we are here seeing crime all around us. And constantly, it seems like that's why we're here. And I want to thank you so much for the congratulations on the 10,000. That's you guys are the top shelf. That's you. And I want to thank you so much. And hello to each and every one. A lot of folks from England, a lot of folks from Australia, well, just all over the world. Thank you so much for being here. And I've got to give my greeting. Wie geht's du? Was ist los? Ich bin eine Kartentante von Lady Zelda von Gorlitz. Vielen Dank für deine Freundschaft. Schreib mir mal. All right, my darlings, Italy. We've got Italy in the house. We've got Scotland. And we need to take a drink. And I'm going to clue you in on something. So you know how sometimes during the lives, I'll all of a sudden go, oh, I have a little pain in my ear, right? Right? Well, my darlings, turns out I have an ear infection. I'm okay. It's, this is why I'm graspy sounding and a little swollen and a little, I'm on the meds and I'm on the mend. So all is well. So listen, something like a little ear infection ain't going to keep me down. I can tell you that right now. Hello. Oh my goodness. Netherlands, Bianca. Hello, my darling. I've seen you before. And look at this. You know how I feel about the prosciutto sandwich, right? Hello, my darlings. Thank you so much. And Jess is from Indianapolis. Bless you, my Jess. Listen, I've been to Indianapolis, and sometimes it seems like another country. Although I can't say much because sometimes where I am seems like another country too. So thank you so much to each and every. Look at you. You guys are just top shelf. Wonderful and beautiful from each and every. Look at this. Montreal, Canada. Thank you. Where my ancestors are from, they call it Canada. I kind of like that. Gives another spin. Standing Stones, Afternoon Delight. Hello, my darling. Hello. I think I saw you a little bit ago. And a dual personality, but thank you so much. Hello. Jen, hello. Everyone, everybody is beautiful here globally. That's right. You see this card? That's a tarot card. That is the world. And that is because a lot of these cases, and look at this monster, in my opinion, a lot of these cases are just worldwide now. We can't help it. We have the Knight of Wands racing head on into the justice system. Oh my goodness, look at this. Carolyn from Dublin, Ireland. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are wonderful. Good afternoon from Tennessee. Tennessee is the place you want to be, so I loaded up my truck and moved to Tennessee. So I want to be. Okay, my darlings, thank you. Northern California, bless you. Montana, Nurse Corky, my darling. Whoops, I got to get you here. Montana, hello. You're global, Zelda. I'm something. I'll take the global. Michigan, hello, and thank you so much. Well, I'm from Illinois, blah, Annie. Bless you, my darling. Not so blah, you're here. And afternoon from Wales. Hello, hello across the pond. Bless you, bless you. Gulf Coast, Florida. I almost said a bad thing. Hello, and Mrs. Marie is in the chat as well. Hello, good afternoon, my darlings. M169, good afternoon, fellow darlings, and hello to you, each and every one. Florida fan, love the Haunted Mansion with the storm brewing backdrop. Zelda, thank you so much. That was my little concoction that I made. And I'm going to tell you what, something like that would be so easy for Richie, microdots. And for me, it's like, oh my heck, it takes days for me to find what I want to do. But it gets done. There is the goddess Risa. Hello, my darling. Bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Always so kind. And then there is Wilma from London. Say hello to Big Ben for us, will you, my darling? And hello. There is Tilly, 444 from Wales. And Standing Stone says his internet is wonky. Mine is too. I am doing this swipe or no swiping thing. It's already happened before I even went online, but it's getting ready to storm here again. So if it does and I go off, hello, I got my phone running. We're just going to pick it up where we left off. No, we're not going to even miss a beat. Not even going to do it. Care, hello, my darling. Look how happy and beautiful your profile is. Good afternoon to you. Watching from California. I love it. And Captain Harris representing Florida. Bless you, my darling. So many here. So many here. And Annie is manifesting visiting Spain. Love it. Patty, Arizona. Dawn, Louisiana. Florida fan. Florida here. Good. Good. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, Puerto Rico. My heart's devotion, right? Manny V, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got Pennsylvania, Boston. Hello, Diane Cat. I love it. I love it. Zelda, I remember that tune, and I used to watch that show as a kid, right? Right. I have heard about that. We're going to talk about that briefly. We're going to talk about it briefly. Been hearing many other things going on. Arizona heat, nanny goat, oh my Lord. Ginkgo, Michigan, my darling. Look how cute you look. There we are. Tilly Snap, there you are. All right. A Norfolk County rebel. A rebel with a cause. Standing Stones. Idaho. All I know, all I owe Idaho way. There you go. There you go. Is that oh no, that's the wrong song. My apologies. My apologies. I don't know what the song is for Idaho. I'm gonna have to look that up. Duh. Ruthie is from Schenectady. Hello, New Hampshire. My goodness, everybody is coming in. Hello, Granite State. There we are. Upstate New York. Glad AJ is on Turtle Boy's show Saturday. Me too. And I have a little update about AJ too. All right, my darling. Cape Cod. We've got all kinds of people. Florida. Oh my goodness. We could be here for another hour. And I just want to welcome each and every one of you coming in. Oh, I hit that again. I've got to move this. All right, my darlings, the reason I called you tarot sleuth investigators to the table. Hello, each and every one. Hi, John Mike. Hi, everyone. Oh, Captain, my right. Jerry, there you go. B-52s, there you are. There you are. Steamy Maine. Yes, it is steamy here. The reason I wanted to call you here today, now, all jokes aside, is because of this man right here. Award-winning journalist, Dr. Turtleboy Aiden Kearney. He is facing 105 or 110 years in the pokey, in prison. For what? Certainly not what Sean P. Diddy Combs did, who is not going to walk away. He's going to skate out of there. You watch and see. You watch and see. And Brian Kohlberger today, the Idaho 4, bless them. 110 years. Thank you, Jerry. 110 years. And then Brian Kohlberger today had his plea hearing. The judge accepted the plea. And his sentencing will be, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But pretty much the way things are rolling for Brian Kohlberger, he ain't going to leave there unless he has a toe tag. But I have a prediction about that. We'll get into that later. Maddie says our system is backwards. It certainly is. It certainly is. For people asking questions, remember in the old days, now some of you may not remember, but I remember in the old days, because, you know, God and I went to kindergarten together. So, you know, back in the old days, pardon me. And I have Poe here. He got out of surgery, but Sam took his toe off and I can't find it. So I have to keep him from Sam because she hates Poe the way it is. July 23rd. Thank you, Chris. Is the sentencing. Okay. Now, a few things. Back in the old days, first of all, we were safe. If you wanted to know something, you went up and you knocked on someone's door and you said, hello, I'm from XYZ, and I'd like to know, did you do this? Did you do this? Or did you not do this? Would you like to make a statement? And of course, people would like, oh, yes. Oh, no. Sorry. Yes. Come on in. No, I can't talk. Whatever the case may be. I remember those days. Aiden does the same thing. And for those of you who don't know, and those of you who are out of the United States proper, I'm going to take just a second and read you the ridiculous charges. But first of all, I want to make a quote from our dear friend, Robert Alessi, whose daughter happened to be on this program last Saturday night, and it was very successful. And again, thank you to her and her partner, Evan. We had so much fun, and I cannot wait until they come back. The quote is, what could be more egregious? What could be more misleading? That just sums it up right there. And I wish I could say it like him because he had the force behind it. But I'm going to give you the charge summary for Doc. I call him Doc. I don't know Aiden. And I want you to know that. I do not know him personally. I've watched his program. I've sent him a couple of donos during lives. He and I are live sometimes simultaneously. I catch it later, but we'll come back to that. His charge summary is this, my darlings. Just listen. If you're not sick because of the Kohlberger plea deal and because of the Sean P. Diddy Combs deal today, this will just make you want to just check out for a moment. The charges summary is, he had initial charges October of 2023 in Stoughton District Court, multiple counts of witness intimidation, unlawful picketing to influence a witness, what? And conspiracy to intimidate a witness. What? This comes from incidents like caravanning, knocking door to door. Hello, did you do this? Did you not do this? Would you like to make a statement? caravanning to witnesses' homes. Witnesses of what? In the Karen Reed case. And we'll get to that in a second. He was caravanning to the different homes, confronting them in public and during online posts. Then in December of 2023, had a grand jury indictment. 8 felony counts of witness intimidation, 3 counts of conspiracy to intimidate witnesses, and 5 counts of picketing a witness. Now, this is a journalist. What? Hello, where's the window? Can we just throw our Constitution out the window? Free speech out the window? Opinions out the window? That's what our Constitution is for. Then in February of 2020, oh, there's more, my darlings. February 2024, additional charges for harassing a witness and intercepting a wire oral communication related to an alleged assault incident. Then 2025, another grand jury adds 2 more felony counts of witness intimidation tied to the March incident in a pizza shop. We all know that one. He was outside on a sidewalk of one of the brother of the owner of 34 Fairview Road, where Boston police officer John O'Keefe was unalived and thrown, tossed like a piece of trash on the front lawn, and pointed the fingers at Karen Reed, when we all know John was on the inside. How do we know that? How do we know? Chloe, the dog Chloe. There's more. June of 2025, a judge finally is seeing the light and dismissed 6 of the 16 original witness intimidation counts. And Dr. Turtleboy was found not guilty of violating a restraining order from, they call it his ex-girlfriend, but the fake witness, we're going to call her that. His next upcoming court date is Monday, July the 7th. So just a few days from now in Norfolk County Superior Court. And it will most likely address the remaining charges. Now, hello. He's a journalist. So what they're telling you there is to don't ask questions. Why? We're going to get into that first in a second. Let me catch up with all of you, my babies. All right, my darlings. Now, I will tell you, I have pinned the Give, Send, Go link. And we'll put it in the description after the show. But I've pinned it to the link in the chat on both True Oracle and Welcome True Oracle and this side. So if you want to donate $1, $2, $5, whatever, there is 3 buttons there. You can donate, you can share, and you can click one that says, I can't donate, but I'll pray. But I got to tell you this, I kind of cracked up on the pray button because I clicked it and it said, this is for telling the, Dr. Turtleboy, we're going to pray. Please no foul language. Dear God, bleep, bleep, bleep. Oh my gosh. I mean, really? Is there some, pardon me for laughing, but is there somebody out there that is really going to here, I'm going to pray and I want blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, do we really feel like we have to announce to people not to use foul language when we write a prayer? Or have we come to that now? Oh my heck. That was the funniest thing. Now, I'm going to preface all of this with this. First of all, if you see Doc Turtleboy in the chat, let me know and I'll throw him a link. and he can come on and we can introduce ourselves. But the one reason I'm doing this is very simple, if I can not laugh. It's very simple. And that is Dr. Turtleboy is not everybody's cup of tea. We all know that. Sometimes he gets a little out of bounds, for me, the old girl who's, prude. No, not prude. I've heard it all. But I just, sometimes it's just like cringy, right? But he has something to say. And quite frankly, if he wants to be cringy, that's his right to be cringy. And if I were in his shoes and facing 110 years for this ridiculous stupidity coming out of that Norfolk County mess in Massachusetts, I'd probably be cringy too. I would probably be like Nurse Kim. Here, I have something in my pocket for you. You know how she does that. It just cracks me up. But I'm going to tell you, he has his right to speak his mind on here. And I don't, for anyone who doesn't know, he was demonetized. He used to be monetized here on this platform. He was demonetized because of some of the things that he said. You know what? He should have a right to say them. But we all know there are some things that we just can't say. And we respect that because, having this platform is a blessing. It can be a curse. It can be a blessing. For me, it's a blessing. Sometimes I get a little frustrated. But they demonetized him because of that. So people send him donations. Now, this guy's got to live. This is what he does. This is his job. This is his job. This has gone from me. This has gone from, and Mrs. Marie is in here. She'll tell you with True Oracle. This has gone from me being your everyday psychic working on the psychic line to me. This is like a full-time gig. But this is his job. Why should he not make money? That's my question. Why should he not make money? That's his right to do it. So if somebody wants to send him a donation, okay, that's between him and the person sending it. Doesn't have to worry about that. But I got to tell you something that he said that was so funny the other night. He was really having a moment. And it was after Karen was acquitted, and all of us just felt this rush of emotion that we just had to release, right? You saw me on here, sending whatever to the bad actors and blah, blah, blah. It was just this moment that we were having. One thing that he said on that was that Lolly, attorney, ADA, Attorney General, or the Assistant Attorney General, Adam Lolly, after all this, went home and made a cheese sandwich. And if you think that I was laughing over the do not put swear words into the, when you're asking for prayer, I was howling because just to hear that, it just formed this mental image. And I just saw Lolly standing there eating this little cheese sandwich. Hello, the cheese. I need to make something like that. Here's the one for Hank. That's the special prosecutor, Hank Brennan, who was brought into this because all other 50 assistant attorney generals did not want to touch the Karen Reed case. And so they're paying this joker how much? he said he would take 75,000 in the beginning. Then he's put a bill in for 250,000, and probably by the time he's done, it'll be over $1 million. And I ain't kidding. So, yeah, we know talk about the grift. The grift is going. So my point in all this is this. I don't know Dr. Aiden, Dr. Turtleboy. He doesn't know me, but that doesn't mean that we can't stick up for him. That doesn't mean that we can't support him because he's right. He may not be your cup of tea, but here's an earth-shattering moment. I'm not everybody's cup of tea either. Newsflash, breaking news. I'm probably not Aiden's cup of tea. I know there's some others that I'm not their cup of tea. And you know what? I respect that. That's okay. It's not, I do not lose sleep. But what I do lose sleep over is the fact that they're trying to take his constitutional rights, his journalistic rights that should be protected. And why does all this happen? Well, give me a second. Here we go. Here we go. Zelda's getting ready. Hold on. And you know what? If God made us all alike, then we'd be walking around like a bunch of zombies going, I love you, God. I love you, God. Here, where's my cheese sandwich? Where's my cheese sandwich? But you know what? It's okay. That's literally what makes the world go round. And I'll tell you why it's okay. Because if it weren't for Dr. Turtleboy, and all of you have heard this, I would have never known. I would have never known about Karen Reed's case. Never. You know when I first heard about it? Was halfway in May. I started watching attorney Melanie Little's channel, and I caught Jennifer McCain, this monster, in my opinion. And it was before this person came on the scene. So it was the first trial, season 1. And I saw Higgy. I saw all of them. And I thought, what the heck? And I kept hearing them say Canton. They said that Karen Reed was from Mansfield. Well, guess what? Those are cities that I'm very familiar with because I am from Ohio. And when and I'm thinking, holy mackerel, they've got something like this going on in Ohio. Why haven't I known about this? I was getting ready to, start the dialing for dollars here. Hello. And then I realized they started saying Commonwealth. Well, of course, Ohio is not a Commonwealth. And I thought, oh my gosh, what is going on here? And then you started hearing all this. And I looked yesterday, my first, now get a load of this. My first video that I put out about Karen Reed was June 25th of 2024. I have done exclusively on Karen only, including live and card reading videos over this. I'm over now 450 videos. You could start and go right from where I started, and it takes you right through the whole trial up to now. I've never seen anything like that before, and if it weren't for Dr. Turtleboy, I would ever have known about it. Now, why, for those of you who are out of the country or just coming in, Why are they trying to suppress? I kind of like the word squelch. Why are they trying to squelch Dr. Aiden? Well, because the witness intimidation that they're talking about in these charges, in the charge summary, has to do with him going up to this person, her husband, the owners of 34 Fairview, the neighbors, and asking, did you unalive this man? That's a fair question. What, we're not supposed to ask? We're not supposed to ask that type of thing? Did you unalive this person? Now, I have this thing with actions speak louder than words. I'm to that age. I know most of you here are. You've seen enough baloney, I'm going to say it that way, in your days. And I have seen a lot where you know somebody is full of the brown stuff. We don't have to go over the case of Karen Reed. But the reason that I'm really torched about this is because I've been torched about it this entire time. But especially, he's old school, just like what Mary Louise just said it. Old school journalism, award-winning journalism. And you know, everybody calls him a blogger. Why don't we call Ted Daniel from Boston 10, or is it Boston 25? Why don't we just start calling him a blogger and a get grifter? People forget what he's done to the justice system up there. This is why these people are so angry. This is why they wanted to suppress him. And I'm going to tell you what else wait a minute. Hello, wait a minute.
Sit down, demon.
Yeah, this thing did, this Hank, Mr. Ham Sandwich, we're finding out that he was behind wanting Karen to take depositions for this ridiculous civil suit coming from the family of the decedent, who is Officer John. Because if she did that before the trial in this past February, she would have given up her Fifth Amendment right, and they could have used her statements against her in the trial. And it was this thing that was leading the charge on this. And thank God there was a judge that had a complete set of brain molecules that said, no. In my opinion, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm a tarot profiler. I see crime. And boy, do I see it with this joker. And in my opinion, he is one of the dirtiest, scummiest ADAs that I've ever run into. And that's saying a lot because I've run into quite a few in this business. And he is, as far as I'm concerned, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. You see the dirty things that they have done, and that's why they're doing it to Aiden. Because, you see, they know that Aiden brought it forth. They know that he brought this case forth. Do you remember the text messages from her group of people before this really even started? Oh, if she takes a plea, then okay. If she doesn't, it's going to be an episode. Well, guess what, sister? It turned into an episode, you demon. And I think that she's got a lot, the dirty, dark stuff that's coming out of there. And I think that they're putting a lot of the dirty, dark stuff on Aiden too. And I am here asking you, to join with me, because I got a sigil. Here's the sigil. Ready? Here's the sigil. This is the sigil for Aiden Kearney that I have designed for him and him exclusively. There is better with Irish, bless you, my darling, and there is a darkness that follows Jawbone Jen. This, let me explain this to you, and if you want to take screenshots, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to give you a little. I'm going to give you a little something behind this, and you're more than welcome to copy this, take a screenshot, put it on as your wallpaper on your phone, on your device, all of that good stuff. So here we go. This is considered to be a central sigil with a vertical staff with a serpent and crossed paths. It represents, now see, the one that represents the upright is the truth and spiritual backbone, because we know if there was dark stuff going on in Karen's case, yeah, no, there's really some dark stuff going on in Aiden's case, right? The serpent there, you see him, curves and protects wisdom. He sheds falsehood, illuminating hidden knowledge. So, you know what's going to happen with this? All of this hidden knowledge is going to be brought to the forefront, because we know there's some dirty stuff in the Commonwealth, in the prosecutor's office too, in my opinion. Gotta say that. The crescent moon in the upper right-hand corner symbolizes hidden power, intuition, and divine. Just a second, I've got a visitor here. No, you may not. Or you're going to go in the room. No. Pardon me. Sorry, that's Scooby-Doo. It symbolizes hidden power, intuition, divine timing. Give me a second. Go. Get lost. Oh, she's real scared. This is like a little blowgun that I blow the stuff off of my... Not scared a bit. Okay. She may have to go in the room for a second, and I think that we're heading that way. Let me finish this. The crescent moon in the upper right symbolizes hidden power, intuition, and divine timing. So see, the timing that this is coming out, my darlings, is pretty right. Because as horrible as this seems, and yes, okay, pardon me, everyone, I have to go to the other side of the castle to put this. Cat TV is on the other room. I'll be right back. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me catch up here. The crescent cradles the sigil, suggesting that Aiden is being protected during darkness. Don't you love it? This represents the unseen forces at work behind the scenes, including Lady Justice. Lady Justice is working behind the scenes for Aiden Monday. The 8-pointed star in the upper left symbolizes divine guidance, cosmic justice, and celestial watchers. If you could see this very close, you would see images of angels' faces around the perimeter of this. The 8-pointed star configuration represents rebirth, rebalance, clarity, after chaos. Clarity after chaos. Michelle, you be safe. All right, my darling, keep listening. Thank you so much. This star opens the way for healing and higher vision. Now, there's some alchemy glyphs around the perimeter, and you'll notice hints of elementals. So we're getting into the elementals now, my darling, the elemental alchemy. There's fire, water, air, and earth. Fire is for strength, transformation, and public scrutiny. Water is emotional release, hidden truth rising. Air is truth carried on speech, media, and testimony. And earth is grounded justice, material protection from chaos. So I'm just going to tell you this. These people who are coming after him are going to be compelled by truth and Lady Justice. They balance the sigils, pardon me, there goes Shaggy Noodle. They balance the sigil and they lock the energy. So now the energy there is locked, my darlings. Before they even walk in the courtroom, the energy is locked into a sacred elemental form. There are some hidden runes in there, like arrows and diamonds and triangles, and they are all for protection, victory, manifestation, and divine surveillance. The Watcher is present behind justice itself. The glow of this and the aesthetic is the golden aura that amplifies light overcoming shadow, revealing truth even when veiled. And the texture of all of this anchors in an ancestral magic, a timeless working, not bound by modern law or illusion. The intent of this sigil is, here we go, the intention: reversal of falsehood, a shield of truth, release from binding illusions, protection from manipulation, and victory by spiritual right, not just legal might. So I have an invocation here that I'm going to share with all of you. And believe me, the energy will hear it in Canton, Mass. And then I'll tell you what I'm saying after I'm done. Here we are. Esthalen orthankain, zerath undaro merve, kereth nobe ishtartal, arum sancto vel shalval, in tora neves cadrena sol, merathel vire elincor, by light, by truth, by flame, set free, zelo sorta, so mote it be. So what that means, my darlings, is by sacred right, I call forth the shield. Let the chain be broken and the mask removed. With the seal of Ishtar, bring justice divine. Holy gold, let falsehood be revealed. Within this name no shadow shall dwell. Let light gather where dark has schemed. The final sealing phase, affirming that justice, truth, and illumination will prevail. It is an ancient text, my dear Louise. It is an ancient text. So I'm going to take that down for a moment, and I'm just going to say, it's done. You know how we did this for Karen, and somebody came to me the other day and said, oh, that stuff doesn't work. Well, Karen was acquitted. Hey, whether it does, whether it doesn't, it's very good to try, isn't it? I mean, we have prayer. We have the elements that are working in all areas for him, in all areas for protection. Now, why do these people want to do this to him? Because just like Karen, if they can put him away, then they have nothing more to worry about. Aiden is more risk to these bad actors than Karen. But at this point, Karen has a lot going for her and a lot going on, and they are very frightened. They know if they put Aiden down, if they put Aiden down into the dirt, meaning into the pokey, into the jail, if they wait, hello, this is what they want to do.
Shut.
That's right. That's what they want to do. If they do that, they feel that they are home free. Oh no. Oh no, because there will be someone else that will start carrying the torch for him, just as there was for Karen. The two attorneys that he has is attorney Timothy Bradle and attorney Mark Betterow. I call Mark Betterow the father of footnotes because I've never seen footnotes written like Mark Betterow can write a footnote in these motions, etc., etc., etc. I'm just going to tell you, if you can, the link is in the chat. And if you can give, you can give. If you can pray, pray. I feel that Aiden will be okay when all of this comes out, because they're really tiptoeing over the First Amendment rights of this man, and they wanted to see him put in jail. If I can basically tell you, during the Karen Reed trial, they did everything that they could to re-indict Karen, which would revoke her bail, and she would have been in jail waiting a trial. And they did everything that they could to drag him in and get him. What kind of monsters are these? I'll tell you. They are the monsters that unalive people. And I'm also going to tell you this. Do you know why they're very concerned? And especially, I'm going to tell you why Uncle Brian, and I'm going to say that in my opinion, yeah, he already did 60 days in jail, and they wanted to put him back. They wanted to revoke his bond because he's been out on bond. Do you know why they want to keep Uncle Brian safe? Well, because Uncle Brian would be just as bad if as failed trooper, fired trooper Proctor for his craziness that he did, in my opinion. But let's think about this. Let's take this a little further. Let's think about this. Sorry, my darlings, got a little swelling here. It looks like it, and got a little ping, but hey, I ain't got no quit, right? I ain't got no quit. I'm going to tell you this. If they came after Uncle Brian, because that's why they wanted to make him a third-party culprit in the trial, and they didn't bring it up, well, they got plenty of time to bring these things up. But what if, let's just say, let's play a little game of what if. What if Uncle Brian got hauled in? You know what would happen? Every person that every case for decades that he has been involved with, every incarcerated person, guilty or not, would be on the phone to their lawyer saying, hello, I'm locked up because of this joker, and he's been found guilty of what? You need to find a way to get me out of here. And that, I'm sure, has crossed their minds. Seriously. And because they know. And why do you think that this one is so tight with Peggy O'Keefe, the mother of fallen Boston Police Department police officer John O'Keefe? Because you keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And haven't you ever heard of that? An enemy's enemy is an enemy's friend. That's why she became so close to Carrie Roberts. And the reason why Carrie Roberts lied in front of a grand jury to indict Karen Reed. Hello? But you start talking about this stuff and your mind just continues to swell. But Rosebud, I got to tell you something, honey. Zelda, John's family ruined any chances of getting justice for... No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They believed everything on the McAlberts and the police. Shame on them. Well, that's fine. But John very much can still get justice, and I have a lot of faith. Because the O'Keefe family is not going to keep the three initial... Wait, they're not going to keep these... FBI, open up! They're not going to keep those guys away. They've already been around once. And I'm also going to say this. Higgy has seemed like he's all but disappeared. Bless him. But I'm going to tell you something. Higgy saw what he saw. He knows what he knows. And these people are ready to throw him to the wolves. They're ready to toss him into the lion's den. If he opens his little cake hole, he knows. This is the example of knowing too much. He is the only one that was in 34 Fairview that did not give a statement publicly, did not give an interview publicly, and did not hang out with the O'Keefe family and sign any type of statements and doing anything like that. Brian Higgins, in my opinion, knows too much. And they will throw him to the wolves because he's not family. They will protect their own. They will protect their own. One thing that I can say is I am hoping that the energy of Officer John haunts them, haunts Higgy. And if you tell me, oh, Higgy doesn't have a heart, he doesn't have a conscience, he doesn't need one. To be haunted and to crack, you don't need anything like a heart or a conscience. You only need to be existing and have a memory. The energy of someone who was taken out before their time, and even this young lady, who I know is connected. Hello, it's like the map. It's like a map of craziness. But energy from a person. Energy from a person who has been taken out prematurely, before their time, is still looping. Now his soul, his spirit, his intellect, the soul's probably moved on. I'm sure it has. But his energy is still looping. And I sure wish I could talk to the people of Amityville. And quite frankly, tomorrow I have a few little things that I want to share with you. Do not miss tomorrow's live, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here and on True Oracle. You're going to see something that I've never done. You're going to experience something that I've hold on, time out. I got excited. You're going to see something that I've never done on this channel. You're going to see something that I have done in the past to find missing people. missing evidence. Now, it's all for entertainment purposes only. You know that. But I'm going to show you tomorrow, because there's a lot of stuff coming out about 34 Fairview. And I'm going to give you a little tidbit of information. I'm pretty sure that the unalivings of the Amityville horror was on November 13th. And remember how I keep saying that house at 34 Fairview is just like going to be Amityville? Well, the day they closed on 34 Fairview Road was November 13th. There are never any coincidences, but always tied, especially in things like this. I wish someday I could visit there. All I have to do is stand out on the road. That's all I have to do. It's all I have to do. And believe me, wasn't unalivings on. I think it was November 13th. You mean the Idaho 4? I think so. You want to hear something funny? I was talking to somebody the other day on the phone, and I was saying about somebody unalived and this one unalived, and they're like, "Can I ask you something? Why don't you say the real words? Why do you keep saying unalived?" I talk like that in real life. Oh, they unalived this one. They unalived. It's because that's what we have to say on here. When you're monetized, you can't say the words. You can't say the words. You got to be real careful what you put in chat. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Idaho 4 was also November 13th. What's about that date? Amityville, Idaho 4, and Brian Albert sells 34 Fairview on November 13th. There's never any coincidences. Let me have this here. Look, Kelly. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm not going to try, my darling, but has become a new member. Welcome, Kelly. Bless you. And someone just asked me, yes, Jerry, I will put it up. Someone just asked me for the Venmo QR code. Never required, but always appreciated, because you know what? I got to tell you what I did today. And I'm not supposed to have it because I'm on amoxicillin for my little ear. And I'll tell you what the little ear is for. Well, what happened? Usually 2 or 3 times a year, you see, when I'm talking on the phone, I wear one of these things. I can't wear the head thing. My hair gets wrapped around, fuddled around, and then I can't wear the ones that come down here and attach to my phone because I have cats. And you know how that's like a fight for the finish. When they start on those cords, it's like, hello. So I wear this. And I wear it for too many prolonged hours. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. And my doctor said, you've been wearing your Bluetooth again. Mm-hmm. So if you wear one of these things, my darlings, do yourself a favor and clean it with, I clean mine with hydrogen peroxide. I don't do the bleach thing. I don't do the alcohol thing. I do the hydrogen peroxide thing. And now I can't wear it because I got to wait for my ear to heal. So I have to wear it on the opposite ear. And if that doesn't feel weird, I don't know whatever. But just a public service announcement coming from the House of Zelda. There you are, my darlings. Hold on. Somebody sent me a Venmo. Bless you, my child. I will say thank you so much in Venmo. And you are adorable. Thank you. But I'm going to tell you what I did today that I wasn't supposed to did today. Are you ready? No, I didn't have a cheese sandwich with lolly. And I didn't have a ham sandwich with this bum, in my opinion. So in order to go get another prescription, I had to go to the post office, and then I had to go out and do a little errand. And there was a Dairy Queen, and I had to stop and get a cotton candy blizzard. That is like my kryptonite. The moment that Dairy Queen comes out with the cotton candy, I mean, it's like race. 10 and 2, let's go. Put it in high gear. Let's go, Zelda. All right, so let me back up. I want to get some of your chats because you guys, I just love what you have to say. Carrie, I love this. Wonder if that house on the left side of the dead end road, last house on the left. Oh. I'm going to tell you what, I can't wait for the movie. But I was thinking the other day, somebody told me, Zelda, do you think you should write a spooky movie? Maybe. Okay. It's just me, my darling. Thanks, Zelda. Because I've been wearing my earbuds a lot, and I have fluid in my Eustachius tubes, and I'm also on ears. Yeah. Because if you wear them a lot, and it's hard lesson, if you wear them a lot, like I do, because imagine now somebody calls me, right? And I'm trying to read their cards, and I'm doing this and shuffling cards. Then I'm going to have to go to the doctor for other reasons. So, pardon me, just clean the earbuds and take them out. I take mine out now once an hour. If I have a call, I leave it connected, but if I have a call, I put it back in. I'm going to really, because I just can't do that. Moxicillin always knocks it out for me. And I use a little bit of apple cider vinegar, droppy. Couple of days, I'll be right as rain. You're welcome, my darlings. Take all of your medicine, even when you start to feel better. You don't want to have a relapse. Pardon me. I will. I promise. I always do. Bingo, Ann. Bingo. I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure that during all of this peacocking, like they were doing at the waterfall, bumping uglies, you can say that, at the waterfall, I'm sure that Uncle Brian has a story to tell that he's holding back. I have a question about numbers and a dream. Okay, Purple Ninja, we'll come back to you, my darling. Write it in here. We'll see if we can catch it. All right. Ruthie, hello, my darling. When I channel the energy of John, all I hear is, what did you do? I think his energy questions this, and I'll tell you why. It's because he was surprised. He was jumped. I think he knew that he was walking into a confrontation. Without a doubt, he knew. But I don't think that any of them planned on what happened. I don't feel that. I don't think that at all. Yes, it's just me. Take all your meds. That's right. Demi, hi, darling. Zelda, he moved to the cave from what I've heard from the other. He's MIA right now. MIA. Higgy is such a coward. You know what they say? A hero dies once, but a coward can go many, many times. Think about that. Patty, so they didn't ever hear the old wives' tale that a Dairy Queen cotton is good for an ear infection? Well, you know what it is? Not supposed to have dairy. I don't even know if there's dairy in, I mean, who knows what you're eating with that stuff. I don't have it often, but it's like, hello, I'll just sit in the parking lot and make me another couple no, I don't do that because I would get sick. They're too sweet for me, but oh, they're so good. They're so good. That is a wives' tale, Patty. Thank you. I'll remember that. Cotton candy blizzards are the absolute best blizzard they ever made. Yes, I'm not a chocolate person. I just am not. I like caramel. And you know how everybody is going absolutely crazoid in the fall over pumpkin spice and all that stuff? I'm a maple girl. Give me maple syrup candy. Oh, Lord. Right. There we are. Zelda, can you pull some cards on Aiden? Thank you. Yes, I can. I just want to get through these chats. Zenith 740, good morning from Sydney. Well, good morning to you. I would always love to see that opera house. Okay. Annie, oh, I'm addicted to Dunkin' Donuts frozen French vanilla coffee. Oh, they have, McDonald's has a good iced coffee if you're just out and about and you're just feeling like that. Okay. Diane, oh my God, I love you so much. You're so funny. You're so funny. Zelda, didn't you ever hear? Okay, I saw that before. Hello, yes, I did hear that. Good for you, Lady Zelda. It's okay if you do it once in a while. Yeah, this is my once every 6 months, whether I need it or not, because I was feeling puny yesterday, kind of laid around, didn't do much. I put up that 528 hertz in True Oracle side so I could listen to that, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to share it with you guys. So that's where that 528 hertz frequency live came from yesterday on the True Oracle side. It helped. I felt better. I just kind of laid around, watched a few things I probably shouldn't have watched. Let me see there. Let me see. I'm keeping going. I'm keeping it going. And 169 for me, it's fire and ice cheesecake. Never had it. It's cheesecake covered in cornflakes, then deep fried and drizzled with chocolate and caramel sauce. Our local Frisch's sells it. That sounds good. Now I'll take the caramel any day. But chocolate, it's a stretch. Let me see. Thank you, Rhonda. You are so sweet. Thank you. They're all afraid of BA. Yes, they are. Because BA has got some BS. How do you like that? I said it on this channel. Stay tuned. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I just play one on the internet, but I think so too. There you go. When I hear the energy of John, I hear, okay, I was starting to get into that, and then I got distracted. I think the reason why you hear what did I do and all of that when you're channeling that is because I think sometimes it's confusing. When I had the remote view Christmas Eve, I still go over that because it's one of those things that you kind of look back and you think, did I see that? Did I not see that? Did I see that? And I could see the confusion with John. It was kind of like he was, he had this furrowed brow that was kind of like trying to figure out, was that him laying on the table? What was he doing? Is it his soul is not fractured? No, there's no soul fracture. His soul's fine. His soul is fine. His soul, remember, the spirit is the intellect of the soul. So the spirit is the mind part of the soul. They're gone. The energy remains because energy cannot be destroyed. It just moves. It just transforms and moves. And that's why, I mean, if you could see into this next dimension, it would either frighten you or make you happy, because there's a lot of stuff, just like that video that I made a couple of days ago or yesterday, whatever it was, and this orb flies. I'm like, oh, thanks, hello. And my cats, they're always in the hall, the orbs, and it's because they know. It's like, oh, there's Zelda. She's, got the sign up, open for business. Hello, Zell. So there it is. If John had a bad feeling, why did he go there? I don't think he had a bad feeling. I think that he had this feeling of, I'm going to go figure, because first of all, they were all drunk. We can just say this. So, and you know what happens when you're drunk? And I think he just kind of felt like, all right, we're just going to see where this leads. We're going to see where this goes. We're going to see where this leads. We're going to do what we need to do. All right. Do me a favor, everyone. We have quite a few people watching. And hit that like, put your DNA on the like button for me, please. I promise nobody will collect it. It's yours. It's on your side. And do me also a favor. If you are watching on multiple devices, I know many of you do, I'm going to put your comments up here because I know that you like that. If you're watching on your iPad or your TV or wherever, then make sure your notifications the bells are on all, not personalized, because the Tubi will do that. If you click on that drop-down menu of notifications, sometimes it doesn't say all, sometimes it'll say personalized, and that might be why you're missing. So make sure on all of your devices that you have all of your notifications clicked, because that's how it works. I think Pippi Longstocking, I love you. I think Colin was a big part of, we can call him Colin. Somebody gave me such a hard time in my comments. His name is Colin. Fine. Do you know, are you Colin? Do you know him? Let me see. Purple Linda, my daughter had a dream her boyfriend was cheating on her, and in her dream, she saw the password numbers to get into his phone. Oh, so the next night she went in his phone, put in the password, and opened. Be careful that there's no camera. Be careful there was no camera. I got to tell you a funny story. You guys like funny stories? A few years ago, when I first got Sammy, before she got pregnant with all these people here around me, I would have my phone laying on the side table. I was dating someone else. He was unsavory. Would always try to get in my phone and accuse me of doing things I wasn't doing, which who has time for that? Hello. Hello. Who has time for all that stuff? I sure didn't at that time. Still don't. But he would try to get into my phone, so I put a device lock on it that had a camera. So the next morning, I got an indication. Your phone device lock has, your camera has captured an image. And I'm thinking, holy mackerel, if that's him, I'm going to conjure up something and whatever. I still have the picture. And it was Sam walking over my phone, and she was looking right down in my phone. It's the most hilarious thing that I'd ever seen. I cracked up for days, and I saved that picture. It was Sammy trying to see what I was doing, if I was cheating on her with another cat, I think. Bottom line is that. Donna, I think that's a good idea. I call him an award-winning investigative reporter. He sure is. He sure is. I love that. Thank you. We'll remember that. We'll remember that. I don't want to get off slack here, but I just wanted to. So let's see. She found out he was cheating on her. That's always so tough, isn't it? I mean, I think we've all been there. I was never really the one cheating. I was always the one, and that just kind of like, it hurts. It hurts too much, right? Pippi, Zelda, do you think the first blow was done in or by the garage? No. No. From what John showed me, now, this is not fact, but I believe what he showed me was that he went down the steps and whoever was behind him pushed him and he went into the person in front of him because they were all going down together. And the person in front of him took it as being aggression. And that's when he was jumped. Things happened there. And then it's like cutscenes. When you start doing any type of remote viewing, as I'm going to say, it's like a movie cutscene. It's like you're doing this, then boom, here you are. I really associate it to remember the old 1934 Charles Dickens, what was it? I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, you all know what it is, where the spirit of the past and then the spirit of the present and then the spirit of the future to come. It's like cutscenes. He showed me all of this. What he showed me was that he was in the basement. He had been damaged, is what he said at that point. And they all were laughing at him, standing over him and laughing until they found out how serious. They said they got towels and put on the back of his head. And I would probably assume that's where the 3 liters of the red stuff went. And then he said the next thing you know, he was put in a cold, dark place. And that was it. He alluded that he was taken out around the back of the house and brought through the gate. But that's all I know. And that's not even fact. That's from the spirit world. Thank you very much. Zelda, Higgy is a Scorpio. Any comments? I don't know. Is he a Scorpio? I've never really been able to find his birthday. I know that Brian Albert is a Virgo, and I know that Jennifer McCabe, Jawbone Jen, in my opinion, is an Aquarius. Karen is a Pisces. Beyond that, I don't know. How does one see your Amazon wish list? One may go into, thank you so much, Karen, for even asking. One may go into my, here. One may go into my description, pardon me, and see the Amazon, but I'm going to get it here. Oops, there's somebody trying to cross the threshold here. His name is Shaggy Noodle, and he's stepping all over everything. Of course, I'm gonna put a link in the chat to the Amazon wish list, and you're never obligated, but you can always go in there and be nosy and go and think, oh gosh, what was she like? Let me move this person out of the way. There's Shaggy Noodle. Hello, everyone. This is Shaggy. Look at him. He's doing nothing but purring. Look at these feet. I live for my cats. That's pretty sad. There is the Amazon wish list. Thank you so much. Shaggy Noodle, out of the way, son. He's sniffing the screen, and I'm afraid we're going to go crazy here. Okay. Buddy. He's going to have to go to the room in a minute. Okay. So let me see here. What else? Florida said, I just watched the Christmas remote view of yours. No, Shaggy. No. Thank you, my darling. It bothered me. I mean, I was going to like say, okay, I'll do this. No, I better not. Shaggy Noodle. Okay, come here. Can't beat him, join him. Here we are. Purring like a madman. He'll leave in a minute. Annie. Hello, Angel. Zelda, do you think John's energy has gone to quite a few people, those who are receptive? I think energy is energy and can be distributed to wherever. So I think that it's a great possibility. I'm not going to say that, oh no, I've cornered the market of John's energy, and that certainly isn't the case. Sir, stop. Toddlers. Trisha, oh, I must have missed the Christmas one. I don't think I knew about you then, Zelda. Were you? He just looked off the back of my chair. Maybe not, darling, but I'm going to tell you, if you want to see something, I have a two-parter, and it's called The Key Witness, and it's got Higgy. And also there's one that's got Higgy like he's being put into a cell. So Higgy is the key witness. He's the key. He's the key. Zelda, you've been working pretty much around the clock, though. See, it seems like it. I need a mini-me because people don't realize because I put out a lot of content because I want to. Nobody's forcing me to do this. I want to. And that's what they say in my hometown. Sometimes when I grew up, somebody would say, oh, are you going to do this? Want to do this? Or they would say potato chips would be Che chips. Che chips. Okay. I have been, Patty, and thank you for that. Oh, look, you've got that sigil there as your profile picture. I said picture. Picture. Thank you so much. Thank you. But you get into it, and it's almost as though you can't stop. And I enjoy it so much, but I'm constantly reading cards. I think someone last year helped me try to figure out how many card readings I have done since I've been reading cards. 50-year was my anniversary, March 15th. And I think that I'm over 150,000 card readings. That's a lot of cards. Okay. V. Louise. I feel it. I don't know if I actually see it. I haven't really seen myself into that, but definitely feel it. I can't even explain it, but see, it's because there's some unsettlement. John is unsettled. There you go. Sherry D, I saw and commented to Lady Zelda as I saw 2 orbs as well. Oh, did you see the 2? I knew there was 1, and I got to tell you, somebody in the comments in the video said, and I don't get upset, but they said to me, that's just fluff, you big dummy. Fluff. That's fluff, you dummy. Okay. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for being here. There we go, my darling. I do love those glasses, Zelda. Thank you. Another, I buy these because I take 1.2, 1.25, just hardly any, but they're the blue tint. I think you can kind of see that. It's because I'm always on the phone or the computer or something. And I buy the ones on Amazon. My eye doctor said, "Why do you do that?" Well, because I like the ones that you have, but I don't want to pay $125 a pair when I can get 5 pairs for like $25 on Amazon and be a fashionista. There you go. Barbara Desmond, Zelda, do you remember Mr. Misty's from DQ? I had one. Oh, yes. That is a blast from the past. I sure do. Thanks for bringing that up. Thank you. Let me see. Rhonda, I bet Uncle Brian's father was something else. I heard that. I feel like he was a high-ranking. I don't know. But I will tell you that a lot of the energy that came down into Amityville from Salem, from the you-know-what trials, came from Salem, and it, no pun intended, haunts that whole area. I mean, look, Proctor's from Salem, Michael and Aaron Proctor. Of course, her name wasn't Aaron Proctor until she got married, but the Proctors, all of that. It's just me. I have a quick, easy caramel recipe for you. I make sugar-free batch 4-night ice cream. Ooh. I'm cutting. It's hard for me to cut back on the sugar. I grew up with a family that, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, that type of thing. Changed. I don't know who you are, my darling. Now, who am I? Valiant VC. That's who you are. Thank you for being here. Too foolish as I make me thankful for the gifts God. That's right. I think I'm catching up. Hello from Cape Cod. Betty, oh my goodness. I love Cape Cod. I haven't been there in years. I love it. Yes, I feel it's a generational curse. Okay. I don't believe that generational curses exist. I think they were wiped off the face of the map about 2,200 years ago. But here's where the curse comes. Monkey see, monkey do. And if that's what you're thinking about, I agree. Monkey see, monkey do means if your dad or your mom is acting like a heathen and you see that and you think it's normal because you don't have any moral compass and you don't have any upbringing, so you think that that is a normal thing. Look, people make mistakes all the time, right? But if your kids all of a sudden, look, here comes Petey Pink Nose into play now. If your kids want to take up that lifestyle, that's not a generational curse. That's just bad raising of children. It's a bad moral compass. It's having no scruples. So, but I think that, Sylvia's daughter, don't know about that. I can't put that on the thing there. I don't know about that, but oh, Zelda, my granny used to put sugar in right? My great-grandmother, who lived in this wee little town, you could start, and we went to church there, and there were 2 churches in this wee little town. I don't know how they fit us all, but you'd start it here, and you'd end it here, pretty much. Not even a stoplight. They had an old filling station, which was a gas station, that turned into a bait shop because there was a lake nearby, and his name was Mosier, and he had dirt floors. So during the summer, my cousins and I would go barefoot into the store and come out because we go in there to buy candy. So the same hand that Mr. Mosier was using to get bait was giving you candy. So, so I got to tell you the funny thing about this. Okay, we ended up giving him the name Dirty Mo. Dirty Mo. We would go after church. We would walk down to Dirty Mo's and buy Doritos and get a Pepsi in the bottle because they didn't have cans yet. Those are the days when all you had to worry about was after church. If you could mosey on down to Dirty Mo's and get a little bag of Doritos and a little bottle. It wasn't the big bottles that you see, not the 16 ounce. It was like an 8 ounce, a little 8 ounce bottle of Pepsi. Whoa. I thought I was the one because we did not have what we called pop. Didn't have pop in our house. It was water, milk, or strawberry milk. There you are. And who appointed Meatball? Meatball was elected. Governor Patrick was elected, but the judges are appointed. So governors are elected, and Meatball Morrissey, the DA, was elected. He is facing a new election coming up in 2026. So if you are in Canton, Massachusetts, or anywhere in the Norfolk County, or even Dedham, Stoughton, anywhere these places, get out and vote. He's been in office for years. He needs to vamoose. He's another one who hasn't said anything, but the jury has spoken. But he has his little minions out doing the dirty work, like charging Dr. Turtleboy. So there you go. There's a book called Moral Compass or something that effect I read years ago. Yeah, it is good. It is good. Do you think Jen had a crush on John Raining? Okay, I can't say the rest of that. Have you ever seen the lyrics to Raining Men? I'll give you the short answer. Yeah. Sean, my grandmother would make me eggnog milk, raw egg, and Nestle Quick, shot of vanilla extract beaten with it, right? Weren't those the days? Weren't those the days? I love Bob Proctor. I do too. I cried like crazy when Bob Proctor left us. I mean, Judge Cannoni. She's appointed by the governor, and she was appointed before Governor Healy came into office. So I don't remember who appointed her, but she's getting ready for retirement. Oh, my Shaggy needs his time out. Yes, he must want your attention as well as a Petey Pinknose. Well, my son came out of his room, went to the kitchen to get a drink, and it's like, oh, there he is. We haven't seen him. Uh-oh, look at this. They moved my camera. Hello, I'm losing my green screen here. Looking weird. Weirder. Here we go. We'll just leave it. But it's like, oh, we haven't seen him in maybe a couple of hours. Let's get excited. That's how they are. It's like they're a bunch of chickens. They wake up in a new world every day, but they're so lovely and they're so loving and they love me so much. I got to tell you. Rhonda said, oh, that makes sense. Okay, my darling. Generational curses. I think people have this idea of, oh, it must be a generational curse is almost as a destiny. There's a destiny that this family will be cursed no matter what you do. That's a generational curse. Those went out the window with the cross. But if you're going to act like a fool and do it in front of your kids and your kids do it, then that's just bad acting right there. There you go. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up here. I'm laughing myself to the moon. Oh my God, so funny. I don't know what you're laughing at, but I'm so glad. I see a lot of you laughing. So very good. I'm so glad. See, we're here to laugh because, laughing chases that bad, dark energy away. There we go. We had a corner. Oh, Dirty Moe's. Are you laughing about Dirty Moe's? Okay. There we are. Do you remember? Oh, Sam and the phone. Yes. Do you remember the little, what they called the pop bottles? What were those things? Bit something and they were paraffin. And you had about an eighth of a teaspoon of this very sharp, bittery sweet liquid in them that were green, pink, and orange and red. I love those things, but it's like, hello, you didn't get enough to do any damage whatsoever. And then you were stuck with these paraffin after you bit the top off. And we had the candy cigarettes. We'd sit around the church parking lot thinking that we were in the church parking lot. Maybe that's where I learned when I pushed the button on the go send or give send go for Aiden when you push the pray. Don't cuss while you're praying. Let me tell you a little update about our friend attorney Alan Jackson. I'm going to catch up here. Zelda, can I send you a weird video? I think security cam caught us today. Sure, darling, send it. Sure. You got my email address, psychiczeldakelly@gmail. Send it on. Let's see what it is. We may talk about it. All right, let me catch up. Candy cigarette, bubble gum cigars. The pink ones. I like the green ones, though. It's around the church. And why did everything happen in the church parking lot? It sounds like we never got out. I don't think we did. It was go to school. And here's the thing. All of our friends would go to the same church. We went to the same school. We lived in the same area. We would do the same things. And my parents were the leaders of what we had, a Luther League. So it was the young group. We had a lot of fun. We went roller skating. We go see movies. We did all kinds of everything. But you would think, I mean, why did we ever do everything in the church parking lot? It's funny. Good grief, funny. They still sell, they do. There's a guy on the Talkie Tick. Okay, y'all know what that is. He has a retro candy store. And you know how they do those lives and they pack things up? And I'm like, oh heck, I would love. I would love to order from this guy, but I'd be sitting here, what we would say, mowing in the candy. There's a difference between eating and mowing. I don't even know how to spell that word, but that was a word that I grew up with. When you were eating, like, you were mowing it in. Okay, so let me see. I remember neighbors of mine in Luther League set. See, we did all kinds of good stuff. We had a lot of fun. I can't taste them just talking. Right? I can taste candy chalk. That's exactly what it is. That is so funny. That is so funny. John, Mike, we had a penny candy store. My dad gave us all quarter after church. See, isn't that fantastic? Good memories. Good memories. Here is misbehaving in Florida. I hope if you are, you'll invite me too. Cracker Barrel has all the retro candy, the dots, the wax bottles, whatever else. Okay. I don't have a Cracker Barrel. I don't have a Cracker Barrel near me, but that might be a road trip. You know what I like? Church's fried chicken. Their church's fried chicken. Oh my! I got to tell you what I did 2 years ago. Bad girl. Necco wafers. That's right. Oh, and the black ones, the dark ones, the chocolate ones. Oh, please. Oh, I'll tell you what. Thank you, darling Ruthie. I'll look at it. I went to Church's Fried Chicken. Now, any of you who haven't, I love Church. My son doesn't like that, or I would make a field trip to Church's Fried Chicken. I would go, pardon me, we had an Australian student here that was friends with my son, and they would do gaming and everything, and she lived with us for 2 years, and then she went back to Australia. And we would make the hike. It's like an hour and a half trip. We would make the hike to Church's Chicken. And I would eat the chicken from the time I would leave the park. See, I'm going to tell myself, because you know what? I don't care. Why do I have to worry? I would eat that chicken on the way from the parking lot and Boomola. And by the time I got here, my chicken would be gone. So you know what I would do? I would get a bigger order of chicken so I could have maybe 1 or 2 pieces on the way home. And then when I got home an hour later, I could eat my dinner. Bad girl, Zelda. Don't do that anymore either. Sweet and sour suckers. Oh my goodness. That's the only time to go to Cracker Barrel is a road trip. I'm going to take mine. Oh, I love it. Well, you know what, my darlings? I haven't done a road trip in a long time. I'm due for one. But believe me, once I take one, if I stop and get retro candy, you know who's going to be getting the pictures. There's a Vermont country store, it's called, and it's online. You could bank if you want some of the old time. Oh, see, but that ain't good. It brings back memories, but it's not good. Okay, let me tell you about our beloved attorney. I got off here. Sorry. About our beloved attorney, Alan Jackson, who was signed, I believe, just a couple of 3 days ago. He is now representing in California a 22-year-old man by the name of Fraser Michael Boehm, who was accused of unaliving 4 Pepperdine students in October of 2023. Been ordered to stand trial and his charges beginning July 1st. So there we are. And if it is televised, you can bet your bippies we will find it and we will watch. That was a horrendous case, and there's a lot of evidence against this young man. So he was signed on not long ago. TBD. I saw resisting arrest. She's from Canada and said she does not like maple. I'll allow it. It's okay. Hello, Buckwheat. Hello, my darlings. Can we have a card reading? Yes. What are we here for? Zelda, forevermore. You talk about everything else, but this is for Aiden. Let me get the mic out of the way. Let me get all this out of the way. Dirty Mo. Good old Dirty Mo. He's long gone. And the bait shop. You go in there and smell like those rubber worms. Rubber fish. Here we go. Now we're asking energy. House of Zelda cards. We're asking energy. Oh, well, this first one dropped out. So there's a plan going in for Monday. There's definitely a plan. Now, I'm going to ask all of you, House of Zelda, the Zeldanators, the tarot crime, tarot investigators, whatever, all of you here, a part of the community, I want you to do me a favor on Monday. I want you to wear green in honor of the turtle. And I want you to wear green because it is green go. Let's go. Because Aiden is facing this, like this Knight of Swords, head on. Facing it head on. Madeline Wags, Zelda, do you have a vibe that Meatball will be reelected? No, I do not. And I'm going to tell you why. If it is true, I don't have the facts, but this will be something. If it is true, then there is a, there was a what do I want to call it? I forget. My mind is blank right now. Anyway, it was where Meatball was there, and there were a few other people that were there for the election in 2026. The lady who was running against him, one of the ladies, said that Meatball stood up and said, I think that Sandra Birchmore did this to herself, and that all of this information is wrong. Now, if he really did say this, he is totally delulu. Or he's trying to CYA, which I think it's the latter. I think it's the latter. I think that he is CYA, because if he says this after they had a private ME come in and rule her unaliving, this is dear Sandra right here, who she was pregnant with her little child. If he still believes that, then he's trying to cover something else. And that is my opinion. Because remember, the DOJ arrested the officer who did that to her. Officer, that's correct, who was having relations with her since she was 15 years old, and then passed her off to his twin brother, sick. But the fact that he would say that, because usually the state will file charges against that type of person. He always refused to file in fact, he still hasn't filed any charges against Matthew Farwell. And it took the DOJ and the FBI coming in and arresting this guy, and he is still there. Now, he has not gone through a preliminary hearing yet. He was supposed to in December, and they keep putting it off. Well, that tells me he's either singing, because you see, he's in another situation, just like Brian Kohlberger, where he is facing the unaliving sentence. And usually they don't take anything like that unless it's very serious. So he must know some things. He must know some things that has delayed his preliminary, so that when they go into court, and the fact that the DA still refuses to file charges upon him through the state, and these are federal charges, why won't Morrissey file charges? Question. dirty, in my opinion, because if he here's the reason. Because if he files charges, then they're going to really start looking at Gitmo Guarino, Nicholas Guarino. I call him Gitmo Guarino. They're going to look at Gitmo Guarino. They're going to be looking at all of these other people that are associated, Fanning, Tully, and they're already being looked at because of the Brian Walsh case. Because they just make up their own stuff that they want to do, these cops, and they do it. And because of all of that crap, that could get the Brian Walsh case thrown. Will it? I don't know. Is it a Brady violation? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Can't opine on that one. So here we go, my darlings. Maeve, hello, my darling. Hi, Zelda. Hi, darling. Since Karen's acquittal, has John's spirit started to transition, or is he still... His spirit is already gone. His spirit has transitioned. The word tells us at the moment that the silver cord breaks, the spirit immediately goes back to the Creator. It's his energy that is here and will remain here, probably for quite some time. The only reason that energy dissipates is when a lapse of time has happened, and it's like, you go on and you kind of forget and you don't do that anymore, and there you go. What's going on? Yeah, we're not going to mention any else, the readers, anything in the chat, please. I appreciate that, Annie. I appreciate it. P. Diddy verdict, anyone, a disgrace. They overcharged him. They overreached with a RICO. I know a former mob guy who had like 3 or 4 RICO charges, and they were serious. I don't know what they were trying to do, but they totally missed. They totally missed the target. Hello and hello. Hold on a minute. I need to see what time I go on tonight. Because if I have a call, hold on a minute, darlings. Okay. I want a little bit of time so I can eat something. All right, I'm back. They couldn't even get Al Capone on a RICO back in the day. That's right. What they got Al Capone for was, let's be careful what we put in the chat, please. Please, please. He was just denied bail. Good. Good. So I take it they're not going to be sentencing him, right? They didn't sentence him right today. Well, that was one good thing that they did, was denied his bail. He offered $1 million to do that, and I've been on here and didn't look. About 7:10. Don't know. But okay. So there's other things coming up. Piece of human garbage up at the stand. Right? Knowing that he lied like an egg-sucking dog, in my opinion. He was just denied bail. Thank you so much. That makes me that gives me just a little bit of comfort. Anyway, we got talking about Al Capone. And Al Capone has done some good things. We'll talk about Al Capone someday, what he did, but he did it for his sister. But they couldn't get him on anything, so they decided to look into his finances. And they got him on tax evasion. And you can't tell me that they're not looking into all these people's taxes, where the mind goes, the money flows. Check out that money. Check out the money. What do you want from Dairy Queen? Jessie's on her way now. Okay. I'll have a large. See, I'm not shy. I'll have a large cotton candy blizzard and a double cheeseburger. That's it. I don't eat fries. I don't do the French fry. Thank you. I'll Venmo you. Thank you. Little Misfit. Yeah, we've been doing it since 90s. Have been 1,000 to 5,000 victims per year. Very fun. All outside. Haunted graveyard. I love it. I love it. Come to Mass, Zelda. I plan on coming to Massachusetts. I need a driver. I want to come to Massachusetts. I will not fly. I don't fly. If I can't drive, I don't go. And so I want to come when all this settles down. Now, Karen's civil cases probably will not really start gaining steam and for another 9 months. If it goes to trial, it will not go to trial until 2027. Are you all ready for that? So we got another 18 months, my darlings. Are you ready? Well, I look at it this way. The new Practical Magic comes out at the end of 2026. Things to look forward to. You're so funny. Zelda, order out and stay with, please. There you go. I don't know what that means, but okay. Al Capone was haunted while he was in jail, right? And I remember reading he was horribly haunted. It drove him crazy. And that's why I'm saying Higgy is not immune. Neither is Brian Albert. None of them are immune from being haunted. Because I'm going to tell you, it's not some Hollywood thing where you just see this little flimsy mist flow up. Haunting can be unearthing from the bowels of the hot place and putting that into someone's face. And believe me, if you're face to face with hold on.
Sit down, demon.
If you are face to face with something from the lower astral, you're going to stand up and pay attention. If there's some energy that is dug up from, like I said, the bowels of the hot place, and it looks at you and hovers over you and says, you will confess. After they wipe out the back of their pants, usually they confess, and that's what happens. That's what happens. Thank you, Laura W., for being on it. Thank you. Boots on the ground. Sentencing is later on, but he will remain in jail until then. Thank God. Right? Can you believe? Listen, if he wasn't remaining in jail, but I got other things that I know. He will get out there. Somebody just sent me a Venmo. You guys are top shelf. If he would have gotten out, it would have been the same crap. And I'm sorry. That's what happens here. Because you see the deal, my darlings. If I think sometimes this is why the 3 alphabet agencies kind of back off and allow things to be said as though it is truth, as though they are not investigating lie, in my opinion. And because when people relax, see, when you relax, your mouth starts to open and spew. Okay. How's California keeping that place right? Right. Hello. Thank you for that, Laura. I appreciate you telling us all about that. I did not know about chicken dumplings. I make chicken and dumplings that are pretty good. That's a gallbladder attack waiting to happen. I love you guys. Can you imagine the civil depots? Oh, and see, they'll be locked. We won't. And if they're leaked by anyone, it is like, hello. They don't. Is Microdots in Mass? Yes. I want to see the ghost hunting with him. You can stop at Cracker Barrel and drive there. Richie is in Massachusetts. We haven't talked about it lately. He's been busy. The last time I spoke to him, he was in Scotland. Too bad, right? Oh, poor Richie. Was in Scotland. And we are going to go on a ghost hunt. It'll be his first one. He is going to photograph it, videograph it, and we're going to have a heck of a lot of fun. And I know he's going to love it. It probably won't be our first, and it probably won't be our last. There we go. Let me see. Kylie, I grew up down the street from his hideaway house, Chicago Sicilian, born and raised. Oh, my grandmother grew up at Taylor Street in Chicago. If you've seen the movie, yes. Oh, I love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Distant family members get into shenanigans. Ask me anything. Listen, one of my grandmother's cousins dated one of Al Capone's men, got into an accident, and it unalived her. And they let her lay along the road and left. There you go. Whose sentence is October 3rd? Is that Diddy? Oh, I hope so. I hope he just sits in there. What Practical Magic? My favorite book is one of my favorite books. Yes. The second one is coming out, and I'm going to tell you I'm a sucker for Downton Abbey. It's coming out in September 12th, the last one. I go to the movies by myself, so there you are. There you go. Airdrop it. I'll be waiting, my darling. A little care package coming in for Zelda. Thank you. Thank you. Did I see the interview with Karen's civil case lawyer? Yes, I did. And he is impressive. Very impressive. So not to worry about that civil case, my darlings. Yeah. Yeah, Meatball said that about Sandra. Supposedly, allegedly. It was the other woman that was running against him who got up and just really trash talked him. And he got up and said, well, I don't believe that anyway. They had a private ME come in and say, and it was when the DOJ came in, the other ME was changing the record. What? This guy, I don't know what Hello.
Sit down, demon.
There we are. Yeah, there's more than they just like the shenanigans. They like the power. This is what power will do to you, my darlings. Crazy. AJ's bare feet. I'm getting caught up in the stream. Just wanted to say the sigil you made for Aiden is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll put it up again before we leave. The light always casts out darkness. Yes, it is. Sentencing is October 3rd. Good. Make him sit in there. Good. Oh. I have somebody that was boots on the ground that was sitting in that office or in that courtroom, pardon me, who said that he was looking at people and saying, I'm the devil. I will unalive you. And he was looking at the jury. And the judge at one point told him, stop doing that or you will remain in some other location away and watch this via Zoom if you do not behave yourself. But he was making eye contact with the jury. I'm going to tell you something. I totally feel this is one of the reasons that he got what he got. Because this guy is connected. It doesn't take much. And they are thugs. If I were a single mom, if I weren't a single mom, if I were a woman, if I were anybody sitting on that jury and he made eye contact with me and some of the jailhouse calls were kind of suggesting that, he would know everybody. Oh, honey. I would be, no thanks. No thanks. Okay, let me catch up here. He is a bad actor. He's a bad actor. He makes Uncle Brian look like Mickey Mouse. Yeah, let's see. Let me see. It's okay, my darling. We figured it out. Thank you so much. I appreciate the boots on the ground. Thank you, thank you. Can't remember his name. Good looking one. The night Chicago died. Remember that song? Yes, they reached a verdict. Listen, I want you to know something. Emma, Pride and Prejudice, Downton Abbey, let's just say Jane Austen in general, ruined my dating life. I'm a sucker for melodramatic period pieces. Me too. I even like, what's the one on HBO now? Oh, let's see. I don't believe Sandra's baby wasn't the cops who. No, it was not. The DNA came back that it was not Matthew Farwell's child. This happened the night that Matthew Farwell's wife was in labor. And if you ever saw the picture of Matthew Farwell holding his baby, fresh from coming from dear Sandra's apartment, you would have chills. It is chilling. The look on his face, chilling. Our Australian law trooper, Aussie Overland, needs our proof. He just found his daughter's daycare. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I've liked sub. Thank you, my darling Valiant VC. I love it. All right, let me catch up a little bit more here. Yeah, his looks in the courtroom, Gilded Age. Thank you so much, Maeve. You got my back. You got my back. Guilty on the 2 lesser charges. He's going to skate. He's skating now. Let's be careful of what we say, my darlings, please. Okay. Zelda, let's just, any British costume drama, Catherine, because, oh, yes, hello. I love it. That's exactly right. You know it, girl. You know it. You know it. Yes, Annie, for sure. Okay, let's read a few cards, and then your girl's got to buzz off. And I want to thank you again for the Venmos. We're going to read a couple cards for Aiden. Please wear green on Monday for Turtleboy and for Green Go, as in let's go. Okay, we got the sigil now. It's going to work out. Have faith. Have faith. I can see him walking out in a very good shape. Okay. Oh, here comes a card. Fluking out. Missing information. See, they jumped. All this witness intimidation stuff is from jumping and trying to get all this taken care of and done. And that's it. Missing information, the key to unlock information. I have a lot of faith in Attorney Bradle and an Attorney Betterow. But I'm not so sure this Monday is going to be the last one. There may be something else. Jess, just email me. We'll put you on the waiting list. And if there's more, there's more. Okay. They take a long time to make. And it's only because, I mean, they're wonderful cards, but they're not like your typical, you see this? They're not like your typical, they're an oracle card, and they're not like something you get from Amazon. You know, they're pretty sturdy, but you can't riffle shuffle them. You can't do the, that shuffle thing, or they'll be ruined. So they take a while, and they're made. I custom cut them. I custom print them. I sign every deck is hidden, my signature in every deck. And I use like glue that bookmakers use. Like, what do you call those, book houses? Where they are making a physical book. That's the glue that I use. Okay. So there's a card that turned over, and let me find it. And I'm going to make some Sunday sauce on Wednesday night. Here we are. Thank you, Captain Harris. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure if Turtleboy is. If he is, we'll try to catch him. Okay. If he is, we'll try to catch him. Bookbinders. Thank you, M169. That's exactly what it is. Look harder. There's some things that are missing, and I'm just going to tell you, the Commonwealth needs to be very cautious, because there could be some things that come back on them, as in they still haven't returned his devices yet. After how long? 2 years? And Brian Walsh, they got theirs back, and so did Dr. Turk within like 2 or 3 days. Woof. So you see, it's on spite, is what it is. It's just spite. Mercury Star, is your son impressed with 10,000 subscribers? Yes. But he's kind of off in his own world. That's okay. He's got his own gig, and that's fine. I get impressed when he does stuff too. So, but he is. Thank you for asking. Captain Harris just put my email, Angie, in the chat there. And so just email me and say I want on the waiting list. And if they come out again, they come out again. And if not, okay. And Sean Flynn is cutting his lawn, listening to Zelda. Thank you so much. Thank you. I need to finish cleaning my house after this so I can relax and watch the USA Guatemala Gold Cup semifinal. That sounds like fun. Oh my God. Period Place is my favorite movies. You know what I was watching last night? Every now and then YouTube comes up with these movies that are old, like 1940s, 50s, something like that. And I watched one last night that was amazing. It was so good. Jose Ferrer and Jean Tierney was in it. And it was about this astrologer that used hypnotherapy to commit an unaliving. It was good. I was riveted. Yeah. Sakina, you know what? Watch for AI Baby Zelda coming to a channel near you soon. Baby Zelda will be coming soon. Believe me. Thank you. Thank you. Nicole, bless your heart, gifted 5 Lady Zelda Kelly memberships. Thank you. Thank you. And look at that profile picture. Thank you so much for doing that. Your top shelf? Top shelf, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you. You see, I don't want to miss anybody. Did I miss anybody? Annie, did I miss you? 5, Lady Zelda Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If I missed you, I apologize. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you. Okay. Let me see. Can't wait. That's awesome. Yes. Okay. I'm looking forward to the reboot of The Highlander and The Outlander. Yes. With Henry Cavill. The new Passion of the Christ will be coming out as well. Something about Mel Gibson was in this very sacred place and was given holy water to put on him, and then he announced the Passion of the Christ coming out. It was moving. It's very moving. I live near Bronte. Oh, I love the Bronte sisters. So lots of visits to the beautiful Hawthorne, the Moors. Every fall, without fail, I have lost my books, the hardback books, but every fall I read Pride and Prejudice, Gone with the Wind. I start with Pride and Prejudice in October. November is Gone with the Wind, and Wuthering Heights is over Christmas. And I read on Christmas Eve. That's the only time I get a box of Whitman samplers or a box of candy, and I sit and I read all night on Christmas Eve, because Santa, if he came, would bring me a lump of gold. Gold, yes, hello, I'll take it. Or a lump of coal, and it's okay. No, the movie was not Spellbound. Let me see what the movie was. I'll tell you. I'll give you my take on what movie where. I'll tell you what the movie was. In fact, I'll put in the chat what the movie was. Let me see. Because you're going to love it. It's called Whirlpool. I'm going to click that, and I'll put it in the chat for all of you. Whirlpool, 1950. Virgin River comes out again soon. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. You saw a baby Zelda on something the other day. At least I thought it was. Don't remember the creator, though. I've never seen a baby Zelda. If you see one, let me know. Tag me, because I've never seen a baby Zelda. I've looked. Hi, Juicy Recipes. No, not Will. I'm not Will's cup of tea. That's okay. It is Richie Microdots, and I will be doing the ghost hunting. And it's going to be a while. He's very busy. So it'll be a little bit. Let me see. Pride and Prejudice is so good. Oh my goodness. There you go. See, Kylie. Your top shelf. You are my darling. Hi, there's my cat lady behind. I wanted to mention that there's a difference between generational trauma. Yes, that's right, my darling. There certainly is. Thank you for that. Let me see. Let me catch up with all of you. Wilma, my daughter and I visit chat. Did you see Pride and Prejudice that had the filming there at Chatsworth during the 250 year anniversary of Pride and Prejudice? Okay, let me, I love Virgin River too. Let me see. Let me catch up with all of you guys. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple of more cards, and then in another few minutes, I'm going to buzz off because we've been on here now for 2.5 hours, and I need to get ready for work. So here we go, my darlings. I believe that Aiden will be okay. And if he's watching, I know it's nerve-wracking. I know it can be very scary. But I'm going to tell you something about these bad actors, this group of people. Anytime anyone like that is after you, they go after what means the most to you. And that's why you have to be stoic. And that's why you have to really pretend that you have a heart of cement. Because the only reason that they're doing this to him is because they want to hurt him, because it will hurt his children. If it came right down to it, he could probably leave the journalism. We don't want him to, but he probably could. If it came right down to it, he could stop the YouTube. But his children mean the most. And that's what they're using to hurt him, because they know how much it hurt him the last time he was in for 60 days, and it hurt his children. And they want to squelch him big time. Monday will be okay, but I think there's going to be something else come from Monday. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just going to be something else. They need to get his devices back. So let me see. Card off the top. You'll see it before me. Now we just had this. So that's confirmation of saying something. They're missing the envelope. And it will be the attorneys that come up with everything that is. They're going to get it. I think they've already have some things there that can be not so nice and not so helpful. And I'm not talking about for Turtleboy. Oh, I'm going to tell you something. One thing about this civil case, it's my understanding, I'm not a lawyer, just so you know, that anyone can be brought into this civil suit as long as they had something to do with it. Karen can bring them in. They are going after the 2 bars first. Karen is like, the 2 bars, I know Keys, right, Jerry? The 2 bars are going to fight tooth and nail. They're not going to settle. And Karen won't either. Karen will want it to go to trial. She's not going to give them any money. Depositions. It's going to take a while. And I'm going to tell you something. These people can't say, well, I'm going to plead the 5th. We will only hear about the depositions if and when it does go to trial. And that won't be until probably late 2026, most likely into 2027. And look what card turned over again. A plan. So we got 2 answers, same 2 cards. So Turtleboy's attorneys have a plan because there's a lot of things that are missing. So, my darlings, I'm going to ask you this favor. Please see the pinned comment in both sides of the chats. That is the link to Turtleboy's, Dr. Turtleboy's Give, Send, and Go. And if you can give something, give something. Because this is a fight for democracy for all of us. Our First Amendment rights are at stake. The Constitution is failing. And someone needs to step in. I'm just going to say this. when they started doing this to him, they didn't figure, they thought he would just back down. They thought, oh, well, we'll just come after him with a couple little charges and slow him down, because most people it would. No. No, it's July 7th. It is July 7th, and if it's broadcast, we will look into it. We will look into it, and we'll see if we can see it. He has Betterow, he has Bradle, the two Bs. I'll tell you what, they are fantastic. So I just want to share this and say thank you so much for allowing me to come on here and talk with you. We had a good time, but the whole idea of this whole thing after 2.5 hours, is this man here. He's got to be freed. He's got to be freed. And this is going to be quite something, because, once he is free, who knows? He may have some civil. Who knows? He may have a 1983 charge. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. But believe me, there's a lot going on and a lot more to come. And now we're clearing the decks with these cases. The Idaho 4, Diddy. Oh, there's something's going to happen with Diddy. Keep your ears to the ground. There's Luigi Mangione, but he's a federal case, so we'll just kind of keep up with him. Next up, and we're watching the Brian Walsh case. They've been going through evidentiary hearings there. When that gets into full swing, we'll watch it. And then there is Sandra Birchmore, who Michael Farwell, I believe it is August 4th, has a preliminary hearing. Depending upon if he's singing, depending upon whatever's going on, he may or may not. We don't know. That is TBD, to be determined. So, a lot going on there, my darling. Wonder who pays for O'Keefe's. Usually in these type of civil cases, attorneys take them as a, it just went right out of my mind. Contingency basis, based on if they get XYZ, if the O'Keefes get something, then the attorney can get anywhere from 30 to 50% of what the take is. I don't think they have a lot of money at this point to pay anybody anything. Juicy recipes. Any thoughts on the photo with the paint in the garage? We may talk about that tomorrow. So stay tuned. 2:30. Now, tomorrow, I'm not going to be horsing around. I'm not going to be so jovial. I got work to do tomorrow, and you're going to watch it. I'm just going to say it may or may not work. I don't know. It's what I have done in the past, and I'll explain it tomorrow. But we'll talk about that also with the Zeldon Codex system, meaning a lot of numerology is coming out of the gate, and you're going to be very surprised about a lot of things. So, my darlings, 2:30, Thursday afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time. Be here. Aloha, right? Let me see. Contingency. I've heard civil lawyers say that they would never take this case if it keeps pay up front only, right? Maybe they have paid up. I don't know. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. There's some holes in Luigi's case. There's some holes. Believe me. Tomorrow, the time, 2:30 in the afternoon, and that's Eastern, that's New York time, America time, if you're looking at that way. They still have time to drop the great case you grifted right, and those grifters will not. Laura, don't work so hard, girl. Get some rest. Well, I got to keep myself in blizzards. You know how that goes. So there we go. So we'll see you tomorrow, everyone. I love you. You guys are just top shelf. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to get rid of this hangout, please, for the outro, so we can all say goodbye. And I'll see you tomorrow. So you have a good night. Thanks for being here. Remember, green on Monday for Turtle Boy. If I can find it where we can actually, I may go live. I don't know. It depends on my work schedule. But I'll do the best that I can. And we'll find out. I'm sure everybody's going to be finding out. Sometimes that those court things with Turtle Boy in that particular court aren't so good. But here's this. And you know what this means? Love you lots. That's what that means. So I want to thank you so much, each and every one, for coming here. Short term. Now I need some retro candy. Thanks again, my darlings. Please stay to watch the outro. Did I get everybody? Wait, hold on. I want to make sure that I got, oh no, I did not. Let me get Laura. She is a new member. And thank you so much, my darlings. We've got a busy weekend. And in the United States, 4th of July is Friday. It is a long weekend for everybody. And then Saturday night, I will be live again we're going to go live at 7 o'clock since we're going to do our thing tomorrow. We'll spend a couple of hours together and then we'll pop on over to see Attorney AJ on Turtleboy's channel. So we'll go from there. So much love to you, my darling. Can you put up a live incoming so I can see what time, please? I'm going to have the live. I'll make a live tomorrow, and I'm going to post it in the community chat. So there'll be a link tomorrow, maybe later on tonight, but most likely early in the morning. So that way, everybody make sure. So just remember, if you think you're missing to anything, come to the community tab. Come to the community post, because I usually post everything there. And hopefully, you won't miss a thing, because this is going to be rock awesome. So there we go, my darlings. There we go. Sounds good. Ozzy, your top shelf. That's absolutely right. I'm going to see you, each and every one of you, tomorrow. You guys are wonderful. I want you to have a wonderful night. Eat something great. Watch a really great movie, because you know what Scarlett says? Tomorrow is another day, and it certainly is. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching.